Have you ever wondered what people who live well past 95 do differently? It's not a secret diet or a fancy workout plan. In fact, researchers have found that those who live long, healthy lives share one simple, quiet habit that starts the moment they wake up. It's not about drastic changes, it's about the small intentional things they do every single morning. These daily rituals may surprise you, but they're the reason they stay vibrant and active well into their 90s and beyond. In this video, we're going to explore 6 simple but powerful morning habits that are common among people who not only live longer, but live better. These aren't complicated and they don't require a gym, a lot of money, or a strict schedule. What they do require is something more rare: consistency. Each of these morning habits has been shown to support your brain, your body, and your mood. They regulate your system, sharpen your thinking, and give your day a grounded start. And if you're already doing even just 1 or 2 of them, you might be closer to exceptional longevity than you realize. Stay with me until the end, because these small actions, some of which take less than 5 minutes, can quietly build the foundation for a longer, more vibrant life. You'll not only learn what to do, but you'll understand why these habits work, how they shape your aging process, and how you can begin today. Let's get started. Number 1. A consistent wake-up time. One of the first signs you're building a long, steady life is this: you wake up at the same time every day, even without an alarm. And while it might sound small, this single habit plays a much larger role in your health than most people realize. A consistent wake-up time sets the tone for everything your body does for the rest of the day. Your digestion, your blood pressure, your energy levels, even your mood. All of it runs on rhythm. And when you wake up at different times each morning, you throw that rhythm off without even noticing it. But when you rise at the same hour, whether it's 6:30, 7 or 7:45, your body starts to anticipate it. Your system knows when to release hormones, when to be alert, when to begin digesting, and even when to fall asleep later that night. Let me give you a real-world example. There's a man named Raymond. He's 86 and still runs a small garden plot behind his house. Every day he's up by 6:45, just as the sun rises over the fence. He doesn't use an alarm clock, he just wakes. His doctor once told him his internal rhythm was more reliable than most people's watches. Raymond says he's not doing anything special, but that regular wake-up time? It's part of the reason he still has the energy to move, to think, and to keep his days full. And it's not just physical. That steady rhythm strengthens your mental focus too. When your body doesn't have to adjust to a new schedule each day, your brain gets clearer. You feel more alert in the morning, more capable of following through with tasks, and less likely to drift into that foggy, low-energy state many people struggle with as they age. Sleep researchers have found that people who wake at the same time each day, especially without hitting snooze or sleeping in on weekends, report better sleep quality overall. That means deeper rest at night, less tossing and turning, and fewer naps needed during the day. So if you're already someone who wakes up at the same time each morning, take a moment to appreciate what that says about you. You're not just in a good routine, you're honoring one of the oldest, most reliable longevity tools known to science. And if you're not quite there yet, it's never too late to start. You don't need to wake up early. You just need to wake up steadily. Give your body the rhythm it craves, and it will thank you for years to come. Number 3. Hydrating first thing in the morning, before they sip coffee, before they make breakfast, and often before they even speak to anyone. People who live past 95 tend to do one thing right after waking up. They drink water. And while it sounds almost too simple to matter, it's actually one of the most important ways to begin your day. Think about what your body is doing overnight. For 7, 8, sometimes 9 hours, you're not eating, not drinking, not moving. You're resting, repairing, using energy reserves, and by the time morning comes, your system is slightly dehydrated, whether you feel it or not. Drinking water first thing does more than just quench thirst. It reactivates your metabolism. It jump-starts digestion, and it helps flush out the waste that built up while you slept. Your joints move better, your brain works faster, your blood flows more smoothly, and the effect is immediate. Studies show that even mild dehydration in the morning can affect memory, mood, and concentration, especially as we get older. But just a glass or two of clean water can reverse that within minutes. I once met a man named Charles. He was 90, sharp as a tack, still living on his own. Every morning before breakfast, he'd pour himself a tall glass of room-temperature water with a slice of lemon. He said it wasn't a health thing, it was just how he felt most alive. He said without it, he couldn't think straight. That, one habit, it's doing more for his body than most pills could, because hydration supports every major system, your kidneys, your heart, your digestion, your brain. When those systems are well watered, they function smoothly. When they're dry, everything slows down, and here's the thing. Many seniors don't even feel thirsty in the morning. That sense of thirst gets duller as we age, but your body still needs the water. That's why making it a habit, something you do automatically without thinking, is so important. You don't need anything fancy, no sports drinks, no expensive powders, just water, maybe with a little lemon, maybe warm if you prefer. But pure water is one of the best gifts you can give your body before the day even begins. And if you take medications in the morning, it becomes even more critical. Water helps protect your stomach lining, helps your body absorb what it needs, and cushions you from the side effects that can come from taking pills on an empty system. There's a quiet intelligence in this habit. It's a message to your body that says, I'm ready for the day. You're not just waking up. You're preparing your entire system to function at its best. So if you're someone who starts the day with a glass of water, even before coffee, know that you're doing something profoundly right. And if you're not quite in that rhythm yet, start tomorrow. Just one glass. Let your body feel what it's been missing, because longevity doesn't come from grand gestures. It comes from these small, consistent choices that say, I care about how I feel today, and I care about how I'll feel years from now. This is one of those choices. Number 4, light movement and stretching. People who make it to 95 and beyond rarely roll out of bed and go straight to the couch. They move, and not because they're training for anything, but because they know that motion, no matter how small, is what keeps the body alive. That movement could be 10 minutes of gentle stretching. It could be walking down the driveway. It might even be a bit of Tai Chi in the living room, or rotating the ankles before getting dressed. But it's not random, it's intentional, and it sends a powerful message to every muscle and joint. You still matter, you're still needed. Movement in the morning increases circulation, gets blood flowing to the brain, and releases endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters. It helps loosen up stiffness from sleep, reduces the risk of falls later in the day, and keeps balance and coordination sharper. Take someone like Leonard. He's 87, lives in a small one-bedroom, and every single morning he goes through the same routine. 5 neck rolls, 10 shoulder circles, a few forward bends, and a minute or two of balance work near the kitchen counter. No equipment, just him, his body, and the habit of staying connected to it. And you can see it in how he moves. There's no hesitation when he gets up from a chair, no wincing when he ties his shoes. He moves like someone who's told his body, every day, we're still doing this. Too many people stop moving because they're afraid of injury, or because they've been told to take it easy. But what most don't realize is that the less you move, the more you lose. Muscles weaken, joints stiffen, and independence slowly slips away. But light movement, that's how you hold the line. You don't have to do big workouts, you just have to send the signal every morning that your body still has a job, and that job is to carry you through the day with strength and confidence. Stretching also tells your nervous system, we're not rushing today. It slows your breathing, anchors your mind, and brings you back into your body after hours of stillness. And for many people, it's a moment of peace, a space to listen inward before the noise of the world begins. It's also deeply protective. Studies have shown that consistent daily movement especially in the morning, can reduce inflammation, lower blood sugar, and improve cognitive performance throughout the day. It helps your digestive system, your spine, your posture, and your emotional regulation. And it doesn't have to take more than 5 minutes, so if you're already someone who stretches, walks, or moves a little each morning, keep going. You're doing something people 3 decades younger often struggle with, and if you've never had a morning routine like this, you can start today. Shake out your limbs, remind your body that it's still yours, that it still serves you, and that you're not giving up on it. Not now, not ever. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell, so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, a moment of quiet reflection. If you look closely at the morning routines of people who live long, steady lives, you'll often find something hidden between the motion and the meal. Stillness, a moment of quiet. Sometimes it's prayer, sometimes it's just sitting still, and listening to their own breath. But it's always intentional, and it always happens before the busyness of the day takes over. This moment doesn't need a name. It doesn't need incense or a meditation cushion or a perfect setting. All it needs is your attention turned inward just for a little while. Because what this habit does is more than just spiritual. It's physiological. It regulates your stress hormones, calms your nervous system, lowers your heart rate, and gives your brain a gentle pause before the world begins making demands. I think of someone like Helen. She's 85 now. Every morning she sits in the same wooden chair by her bedroom window with a small notepad. No phone, no TV, no talking, just 10 minutes of writing down 3 things she's grateful for, followed by 1 minute of silence. She says it keeps her grounded, it keeps her kind. And there's a real reason that kind of practice helps people age well. Because aging doesn't just bring physical changes, it brings emotional ones. And without a steady place to process those feelings, they build up like static in the background of the mind. But when you give yourself a place to pause, before breakfast, before the chores, before the news, you give your emotions space to breathe. And that breath, it changes everything. People who reflect quietly in the morning often report better emotional regulation, less anxiety, and more consistent energy throughout the day. They're less likely to feel overwhelmed by small setbacks, they recover faster from stress, and they tend to be more forgiving with others and with themselves. And it doesn't take much. For some, it's a short morning prayer. For others, it's journaling or a quiet walk in the yard. Some simply sit and sip their coffee without a single thought, just letting their mind rest for a moment before it ramps up again. This isn't about religion or philosophy. It's about nervous system health, about emotional hygiene, about building in a small pocket of silence that helps you carry the rest of your day with more strength and clarity. Because here's what people who live long lives tend to understand. Even if they never say it out loud, your body can't stay strong if your spirit is running on empty. So if you already have this practice, protect it. And if you don't, try it. 1 minute tomorrow morning, sit quietly, breathe slowly, let that moment belong only to you. Because the people who live the longest are often not the ones who do the most. They're the ones who know how to pause on purpose. Number 6, a light, nourishing breakfast. The people who make it to 95 and beyond rarely start their day with a heavy, greasy plate or a sugary rush. Instead, they reach for something simple, something clean, something their body can use, not just to get through the morning, but to feel good while doing it. Breakfast in their world isn't a cheat meal or an afterthought. It's a quiet form of self-respect. It's a way of saying, I'm fueling myself for the day ahead. And the key word is light. These are folks who usually eat in moderation. A bowl of oatmeal, a boiled egg, maybe a slice of whole grain toast with a bit of nut butter. It's not complicated, but it's deeply thoughtful. Take someone like George. He's 91 and still lives with his wife of 65 years. Every morning, they sit at the kitchen table with half a grapefruit, 2 scrambled eggs, and a cup of tea. He says it's the same breakfast he's had since he was in the Navy. But here's what he doesn't always say. That breakfast keeps his blood sugar stable, his digestion smooth, and his mind clear until lunchtime. Because the truth is, what you eat in the morning determines how the rest of your day unfolds. If you overload your system, you feel sluggish, heavy, irritable. If you skip breakfast, your energy crashes and your cravings spike. But a light, nourishing meal keeps your engine running smooth and steady. And it's not just about calories, it's about quality, a balance of protein, fiber, and healthy fats. These support your brain, your hormones, your gut, and even your emotional well-being. A smart breakfast reduces inflammation, supports heart health, and improves focus. It's one of the easiest ways to give your body what it needs before the distractions of the day begin pulling you in every direction. People who live a long time often have this in common. They don't skip meals, and they don't overload their bodies first thing in the morning. They eat with intention, with balance, with a kind of quiet wisdom that says, I know what I need, and I know how to care for myself. And let's not forget, there's also the emotional piece. Breakfast is often a ritual, a few calm minutes with your spouse, a moment of solitude by the window, a familiar routine that marks the start of a new day. That rhythm matters more than we give it credit for. So if you're someone who starts your day with a wholesome light meal, you're already doing something most people overlook. These support your brain, your hormones, your gut, and even your emotional well-being. A smart breakfast reduces inflammation, supports heart health, and improves focus. It's one of the easiest ways to give your body what it needs before the distractions of the day begin pulling you in every direction. People who live a long time often have this in common. They don't skip meals and they don't overload their bodies first thing in the morning. They eat with intention, with balance, with a kind of quiet wisdom that says, I know what I need, and I know how to care for myself. And let's not forget, there's also the emotional piece. Breakfast is often a ritual, a few calm minutes with your spouse, a moment of solitude by the window, a familiar routine that marks the start of a new day. That rhythm matters more than we give it credit for. So if you're someone who starts your day with a wholesome, light meal, you're already doing something most people overlook. And if you're not sure where to start, just keep it simple. Whole foods, a small portion of quality protein, and healthy fats. Remember, the little things we do every day make a big difference in how we feel and how we live. It's not about perfection, but consistency. By embracing these small intentional habits, whether it's light movement, quiet reflection, or a nourishing breakfast, you're giving your body and your mind the care they deserve. And over time, that care adds up, helping you stay stronger, healthier, and more present for the people you love. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and for caring about your well-being. If you found these tips valuable, please share them with others, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on how to live a longer, healthier life. We'll see you in the next video.